Accordingly, we urge Barbados to accept the recommendations on ratifying the second optional protocol to the ICCPR and the move toward legal abolition of the death penalty. The cultural norms which support corporal punishment for children must be consciously eroded by continuously educating the population on the negative impact of such punishment. We call on the government to expand its training of school staff in alternative forms of punishment. We welcome the progress of Barbados on LGBTI+ inclusion. Eliminating buggery laws in 2022 was an essential step, but the government must work to destigmatize sexual and gender minorities. We hope to see legislation to prohibit discrimination based on sexual and gender identity, especially in employment. Women currently own over 10% less than men, whilst 68% of women in Barbados have reported interpersonal violence. Furthermore, over 60 in 100,000 women report sexual violence annually, a number which is likely much lower than the reality and yet still well above the worldwide average. To that end, we urge Barbados to accept the multiple provisions on efforts to combat violence against women and promote gender equality, including in pay.
UNFPA applauds the country's transition to a parliamentary republic in November 21. We also applaud the appointment of a woman as the first President of Barbados and the inclusion of women at the highest decision-making levels. We also congratulate you on the ratification of several human rights instruments and conventions, including the National Action Plan to Combat Human Trafficking, the ILO Convention on Sexual Harassment in the Workplace, and the accession to the Child Abduction Convention. UNFPA commits to continuing its support to the government in its effort to improve human rights in Barbados.